Hey you guys, this is Michelle Goldstein and you are at Heart Alchemy Yoga on YouTube. We're filming today at Light on Lotus in Los Angeles, California, so if you're ever in the area, please stop by. First of all, also, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to Heart Alchemy Yoga to stay in the loop. Every time we put out new videos, you'll see that. And also, thank you for your continued likes, shares, and comments. We're super grateful for our Heart Alchemy community. So today's practice is inspired by a comment that somebody had made on our last video, saying that they felt so much better, that they were in kind of not a great mood. And then they did the yoga practice and felt remarkably better in their heart and their mind. And so this is an attitude adjustment practice. This is in honor of those days that we may be emotionally challenged, let's say. And also, it's great when you're already in a good mood, just to note the difference, the shift between where you start in your practice and how you feel at the end of your practice. So let's start out seated. Allow your eyes to close. And before we begin to flow, sit your spine up tall. And begin to deepen your breath. And do a scan of your physical body, but also your mental body and your heart. And just notice how you feel right now. So even though we're calling this video an attitude adjustment practice, there's nothing to change, right? The practice is to meet ourselves exactly where we're at, with breath and simply the effort to show up with integrity in each moment. Reach the arms up on an inhale, and as you exhale, take a twist to the right. Retract the shoulder heads, hug the belly in. And you're just breathing, you just breathe. Soften the shoulders, navel in more, and then rotate gently into the upper back. Good. Come back to center. Switch the cross of your legs. Reach the arms up again and twist to the other side. Deep breath, deep breath. So there's nothing to change, but also we are open to the inevitable change of everything. So the moment will change. The way we feel will change. So without forcing it, we just observe. Come back to center, reach both arms up, and palms together in front of your heart. Maybe take one moment before we're in down dog to commit to sincere, humble presence for your practice today. And when you're ready, you can come to downward dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips. So I'm thinking about a good friend of mine that I spoke to today who's been just in a big funk for just feeling sadness, a lot of anxiety. And she said she's just marinating in it. That was the word she used. She said, I know it'll change, but for now I'm just in it. And that is the practice, okay? So if you're in a foul mood or a compromised mood, whatever that means, remember, feel what you feel. Don't cling to it, But also don't brush it under the rug, because that's called spiritual bypassing, and that becomes resentment over time. So allow the breath in, allow the feelings in, and allow the breath out, and just notice how that feels to just release. Inhale to plank position. Exhale to chaturanga. And for our first vinyasa here, upward dog on your inhale. Exhale, draw the hips back. Downward facing dog. Good. Step the right foot up to your hands. Reach the right arm up for a twist. Slide the shoulders down the back. And hug the belly in. And just one more breath here. Release the right fingertips down. On an inhale, press the right leg as straight as you can. And as you exhale, bend the right knee. Again, inhale, straighten the right leg. And exhale, bend the right knee. Spread the toes. One more time. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, bend the right knee and step the left foot up to meet the right at the top of your mat. Lengthen on your inhale. Fold in on the exhale. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Stretch the arms overhead and release your neck. Flex the thighs strongly and rise all the way up. To stand, big breath in, reach through the fingertips. Exhale, fold forward, come all the way down. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Now as you exhale, lift the left leg straight up behind you for standing split. So it's very early in the practice for this pose. Just allow it to be without forcing anything. You know, you don't have to go to your deepest spot to get the most out of it. And one more breath in. Exhale, the left foot steps straight back behind you. Come up to crescent pose on the back toes. Roll the left hip forward. Soften the shoulders. Breathe mindfully. Release the hands down to your mat. Step back to plank and lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale back, downward dog pose. Very nice. Step the left foot up to your hands. Reach the left arm up for a twist. Again, shoulders down the back, belly in. And take a deep inhale. As you exhale, left fingertips down. Inhale, straighten the left leg. As straight as you can without force, right? Exhale, bend the left knee. You could also take your hands to blocks here. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee. And one more time. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Exhale, bend the left knee. Step the right foot up to meet the left. Lengthen, inhale. Fold on the exhale. Interlace the fingers, one finger over. Arms stretch overhead. Neck soft. Breath smooth and steady. Inhale, rise. All the way up to stand, reach the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, the right leg lifts straight back behind you. Flex the right foot. Slide the shoulders away from the ears. Be peacefully, mindfully, with humility, be present. One more breath. Step back with the right foot. Crescent pose. Sweep the arms up as we start to move a little bit. sometimes when we're holding on to negative emotions, actually every time we hold them in our bodies, as do we hold gloating and other, even when we get into a really great mood, we have a tendency to cling to it, release, and take a vinyasa. So this practice, like any practice, is going to be an attitude adjustment. Sometimes all you need is just a couple of sun salutations to shift your mood. Humility is key, not gloating. And of course, own your worth. But it's like we're so great, but we're also not that great. Like we're so immense. But also to recognize the human condition. We're still human, I guess is what I mean. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, walk or hop the feet up to your hands. Lengthen on your inhale. Fold on the exhale. Rise all the way up to stand up, inhale. Fold in half on the exhale. Lengthen out, inhale. Exhale to chaturanga. Good. Step the right foot up to your hands. Come up, warrior one. And let's open up to warrior two. We're going to warm up with a warrior two before the Surya B today. Soften the shoulders. And one more breath here. Okay, hands to the mat, step to plank and lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, back down dog pose. Step the left foot through, come up warrior one. And open up to warrior two pose. Sink the hips, lift the low belly. Soften the shoulders. One more breath. Release the hands down. Step back and lower. Inhale up. Exhale back. And just breathe with it. Just breathe with it. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, walk or hop the feet up. Lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale to chaturanga. Upward dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. Right foot steps through, back heel flat, come up, warrior one, inhale. And exhale, release and lower down. Inhale up. Exhale back. Left side, step through. Come up for a breath. Inhale. Release to plank and lower down on the exhale. Push the floor away from you so you're active in the upper back. And flex the thighs. Hug the belly in to support the spine. Inhale up on the toes. Exhale, walk or hop the feet up. Lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. Bend your knees, chair pose, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, vinyasa. And when you get to dog, step the right foot through. Come up, warrior one. Inhale. And exhale, release and lower down. Left side, step through. Come up. Inhale, release, chaturanga. With the breath, you flow. The breath work is so potent. But again, no attachment to results. No attachment, just watch and allow. One more round, walk or hop the feet up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, chair pose, inhale. Fold in half, exhale. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. When you get to dog, step the right foot through, back heel flat. Warrior one, inhale. Exhale, release, and lower. Left side, step through, come up, inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Good. Right foot steps through. We're going to keep it moving here. Come up to crescent pose. Sweep the arms up. Then palms together in front of your heart. We'll step up to half chair. Left ankle cross over the right thigh. Flex the left foot, bend the right knee. Soften the shoulders. Good. One more breath here. Okay, we're going to come up and step back to warrior two with the left foot. Reverse warrior, inhale. Side angle pose on the exhale. Still breathing. Lift the low belly. The tailbone lengthens down towards your back foot. Shoulders slide down the back. One more breath. Okay, come up to warrior two. You're going to straighten the right leg and bend the left knee. Come all the way down into the left hip. So if you can keep the left foot on the floor, do that. This is skandasana. So you can keep the hands on the floor, right leg flexed, right foot flexed. If you want more, you can bring the palms together at your heart. Take the shoulder heads back. Recommit to your presence. You're here now. Good. And then fingertips down. Come back to center. Parallel the feet with the legs straight. And fold in half. Let the head drop. Release your neck. Come all the way up to stand. Okay, turn the right foot out to the front of the mat. Bend the right knee to warrior two. Reverse your warrior, inhale. Exhale the hands to your mat. Step back and lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps through. Come up, crescent pose. And palms together in front of your heart. We'll step up to half chair, right ankle cross over the left thigh. Bend the left knee. Flex the right foot. Take some of the back bend out, so frontal hip points lift. Lower floating ribs soften in. Relax your face. Good. Step back, warrior two. Bring the left fingertips down for side angle pose. So this is also a good time to maybe check in with can I lift the corners of my mouth? What would that look like? How would that, even more importantly, feel? By look like, I mean, what would that look like from the internal perspective? What if I soften my brow? And then sink deeper into the left hip if you can. Work the back leg straight. Good, and then come up. Warrior 2, straighten the left leg right away. Bend the right knee and sink down into it. Now, if you're on your right toes and you can't get the heel down, totally natural. You might even want to slide the left leg out a little bit more. And I know that I'm flexible in this way. So if your body doesn't move this way, you can sit on a block. You can be up much higher in the pose, okay? It's something to work towards, though. This is an excellent pose. They do it in the martial arts quite a bit, too. In yoga, it's called skandasana. Excellent hamstring and hip work. And then come back up to parallel the feet and fold forward. Let the head drop. Great. Come up to stand. Turn the left foot out. Bend the left knee, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, inhale. Exhale the hands to your mat. Step to plank and lower down. Inhale up. Exhale back. When you're ready, bring your feet to your hands. Lengthen, inhale. Fold, exhale. All the way up to stand, reach the arms, inhale. Fold forward on the exhale. Lengthen, inhale. Exhale to chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Right foot steps through, come up, warrior 1, and open up to warrior 2. Good. Straighten the right leg from here, come in for triangle pose. Still breathing, flex the thighs, both of them. Draw the right hip into center. Good. Now we'll step up to half moon, the top of your mat. Grab a block if it helps you. Flex the feet. Beautiful. Step back to warrior 2 pose. Release the hands to your mat. Bring the feet together. Let's roll to the outer edge of the right foot. Reach the left arm up. Lift the hips up. Flex the feet. Spread the toes. And push up out of that right shoulder. One more breath here. And release and lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, down dog pose. Take a cycle of breath here. Left foot steps through. Come up, warrior 1. Open to warrior 2. Straighten the left leg, lengthen forward. Come in for triangle pose. Shoulders down the back. Keep those quads flexed. I say that to myself, a lot of these cues too. We all have our inclinations and our tendencies. Just where you can engage, engage. Where you can soften, soften. Step up to half moon as you're ready. Keep the quads flexed. We often teach half moon and triangle together because they're pretty much the same alignment. So one sets itself up beautifully for the next. Watch your mind, watch your breath. Step back, warrior 2. Release the hands down, step to plank. Bring the feet together, roll to the outer left foot, reach the right arm up for side plank. Hips up, quads flexed. Check in with the expression on your face. Good, and release the right hand down, vinyasa from here. Perfect. Okay, now from here, you'll set your knees down on your mat. Walk the arms forward with your hips lifted up, and bend the elbows, palms together. And then bend the elbows. Bring the prayer to the nape of your neck, and walk the elbows in toward your head as you sink the heart toward the earth, the ground. Feel your forehead also connect. Good. And then come on up. And we'll come onto our belly for bow pose, one of the best attitude busters that there is. So bend the knees, catch the feet, nothing like a big back bend, right? Before you come up, bring the shoulder blades together, spread the toes, and then when you're ready, lift the legs up, lift the chest up. Keep the neck spacious. So you can look up a little bit, but look up more with your eyeballs than anything. Heart open. One more breath. Good. Release down. Make a pillow with your arms and rest your forehead down. You can rock the hips back and forth from side to side. It might feel good. Good. And then you'll roll yourself back to child's pose. And feel this as a counter stretch for the back bend. Good, and then come up to your hands and your knees. I'm going to teach Gomukhasana today with the legs. So what I normally do is I would slide the right knee forward and then the right foot over to the side like pigeon, and then bring the left knee in behind the right knee. So the knees stack on top of each other, and you make space between your feet for your hips to sink down to the ground or to a block. Please feel free to elevate your hips to a block. If the knees don't stack exactly, that's fine, but in that direction. And you can take your hands onto your knees to start. And if you want more of a stretch, then you can start to walk yourself forward a little. And if you want even more than that, you can start to take the feet a little further away from your hips. That will definitely increase the stretch. Find just the right amount. Be mindful that you're not rounding too much in the upper back. So take the arms, draw them back into the shoulder sockets. Deep breath. Okay, come on up. And then we'll switch sides. So I usually readjust by coming forward onto my knees. I find that it helps to get the knees stacked better. Of course, you're welcome to find your own technique. If something else works better for you, by all means. And then adjust yourself in the pose. Left and right sides will feel very different. Some people get almost nothing out of this pose. Some people get a screaming stretch in your piriformis, which is, that's the muscle that you're mostly stretching in this pose, is piriformis. And like, for example, I kind of have a left hip injury going on right now, so I feel even this side more on my left side than my right side. So it's okay, right? There's no set equation of how you're supposed to feel or be. Just be present with whatever it is. And screaming sensation is different than screaming pain. So if you're experiencing screaming pain, then get out. Immediately, that's your body saying no. Okay, and roll yourself up. Straighten both legs in front of you. Flex your feet. Reach the arms up and fold forward into Paschimottanasana. So while the back bends are invigorating for busting a challenging mood, the forward bends help to temper anxiety and fear. Helps to calm the nervous system. So it's good to do. They're both medicine in their own way. Allow your body to receive the medicine with your mindful breath. Okay, and then roll yourself up. And we're going to come in. I'm going to teach a half shoulder stand. If you have a full shoulder stand practice, you can do that. I don't necessarily recommend it without blankets, but if you know how to set yourself up, do that. You could also lay with your legs up the wall if you're on your cycle or if this doesn't agree with your neck for some reason. But the half shoulder stand, there's a generous bend in the hips. And you can lift the legs straight up. But do keep that generous bend so that you have space between your chin and your chest. So that's the main thing we're going for. Instead of, a full shoulder stand, you bring the chin into the chest, which I don't recommend unless you really know what you're doing, and I'll leave that up to you. And what I mean is it's a vulnerable pose for the neck. So if you're concerned at all about safety, let's err on the side of caution and space when it comes to your practice. And if you want more, you can stay here. You could stay here for another 2 or 3 minutes if you like. And for the sake of time, I'm going to roll it down and bring the right knee to the chest, left leg long. And then take one final twist to the left. Good. Now come back to center. Release and switch sides. This is a good one to practice. That allowing. Allow it to be, allow it to shift and change without forcing it. And you can observe the wanting of something to change for certain. And you can observe the wanting of something to stay the same also. But then bring it back to your humble presence. And then back to center. Okay, hug your knees in. Lengthen your spine on the floor so you're in neutral here. And then release the arms and the legs for Shavasana. Okay, and then when you're ready, stretch your arms and your legs. And bring your knees into your chest, roll onto your right side. And press yourself up to a seated position. Allow your eyes to close. According to Chinese philosophy, Taoist philosophy, the law of yi means change. It's the Chinese word for change. The law of yi is that everything changes except for change itself, which is important to remember both when we're in a bad mood and a good mood. When life is joyous and celebratory, enjoy it without attachment. When you're grumpy, that will shift too. It's often just a shift in perspective, a letting go. And the most important thing to remember is that you're always okay. It always is what it is. So just sit here and observe the shift in the way that you feel. Without words. You don't need an explanation. Just feel it and observe it. And maybe if you want to add a word, you could add the word gratitude. For another opportunity to show up authentically. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. And bow in to your inner teacher. Namaste, you guys. Thank you so very much for practicing with me today. This is Michelle Goldstein. You're at Heart Alchemy Yoga on YouTube. Please subscribe to Heart Alchemy if you haven't already. You can sign up for our email list at heartalchemyyoga.com. So we'll let you know. We have some exciting things in the works, so we'll let you know as those come out via the email list. Please like, share, and comment on the videos. And if you're ever in LA, check out Light on Lotus. It's such a beautiful studio, such a special place. Thank you so much, you guys.